So we all love romance. We all like a nice romantic movie or a story because it kind of gives us hope that somebody could love us so much, and there could be romance that they talk about in books and literature, and there are so many interesting stories out there, even fairy tales, and which propagate the idea mills and moons of very very toxic relationships which we romanticize on a very regular basis. One such movie is, or the book is, Twilight. And Twilight is a very dysfunctional and a very toxic relationship that has been idolized by a whole generation. It's a Bible for the vampire fanatics and, people out there. Now, Bella and Edward are a classic case of an abused and an abuser bonded together in a trauma bond. This girl, Bella, is self-trashing. She's always self-sabotaging herself, her image. She has a very low self-esteem, and you can see it that she calls herself unattractive, unsocial, uncoordinated. And then she meets this, in going through this parents' divorce and living in separate cities and always on a move. This girl has very very low self-esteem, and then she meets this very attractive, handsome, weird man who's got some weird powers, and she is drawn to him. She idolizes him very quickly because he's different, and he idolizes her very very quickly because she is different from him. But if you see the entire relationship, there is a lot of hot and cold. He never truly explains her anything about himself. He never gives her a clear answer. He stalks her. He's everywhere that she goes. He's able to read minds because he's a vampire, and anybody around her, whatever they're thinking, Edward comes and blocks it. He leaves her with no social interactions. She's not able to communicate with the father, the friends. He isolates her in a very abuser style, and psychologically it's his profile is a very stereotypical profile of an abuser, somebody who wants power and control over the person. So there are scenes where he threatens to kill himself if she does not take care of herself, and that is a very weird place to be. We all like caring people. We like people to care about us, listen to us, really take care of us, keep us from the harm's way. But this level of toxicity, of possessiveness, where he cuts her off from the world, the control he has over her is never a good idea. In fact, there is a scene where they break up and he's driving very very rash, and like, he's a vampire, he won't get killed, but she's a human being, she might get killed, right? He drives very fast, she's scared, and then he dumps her in the woods. How could somebody romanticize that idea? But we do, because the characters are built like that, the aesthetics are built like that, the music is like that, and then we idolize these very toxic relationships, and we think that maybe someday we will get a romance like that. And well, we do get romances like that, we do get people like that, but instead of looking at it as a red flag or looking at the toxic side of relationships, what we do is we quickly go and idolize them. We quickly go and say, oh my god, this is amazing, this is exactly what I wanted. Pedestalizing in any relationship, idolizing in any relationship is bad. So nobody should be on an upper platform. Nobody, men, women, nobody. You should be on an equal level. If you are in a relationship, relationships are about equality. Nobody controls each other, and if you have a certain control in a relationship, the other person also gets the same control. So few things to learn from Twilight is never idolize anybody so quickly. If the relationship is moving so too fast, it's usually there is something wrong in that relationship. If you feel controlled, compelled by the other person, if you're not getting answers, clear answers to your questions, it's a red flag. To too much possessiveness, too much control. Care is good, concern is really good, but if there is a lot of control, then it is a red flag. If that person makes you beg, cry, for asking you questions, it is a big red flag. It's very easy to idolize these very abusive relationships because we are brought up like that, and we feel that, oh my god, finally, ultimately, we get that romance, but it usually never ends well.